be divided about what people are interested in on certain topics or themes or whatever, however it makes sense to your business. The same with mobile marketing. You could divide your lists, all those phone numbers, into categories, and then you could blast out text messages that way. This actually becomes kind of cool when you want to do some geo-targeting stuff. So if you set it up and if you're all over the USA, but you only want to send a blast to people in a certain zip code, if you segment your list, and then you could blast it out only to certain sections and so forth. One of the most important things is something called a Tier 1 carrier. Again, if you're looking at different mobile marketing companies out there, the first question you'd want to ask before you look at pricing and costs and all that other good stuff, you want to ask them, are you a Tier 1 supplier? Basically, what that means is it's the highest level or the cleanest level of a mobile supplier out there. So they've actually made agreements with all the different carriers out there that would to ensure that your text message, A, gets delivered, it doesn't get filtered out, you don't get hit with blocks, and at the same time, it gets delivered instantly. A lot of these companies are resellers, they're Tier 2 and Tier 3, and so what happens is when you blast it, let's just say you're blasting out to 1,000 people, it might be web-based, so it's not going through the carriers, so it all gets pushed into like a queue, like an email marketing queue, and then it blasts out, and then the downside of that is, first of all, there's delays, and there's all those things around spam when it comes to emails. So those are things that you want to avoid as well. And sometimes we've even seen some resellers out there, you got to be careful because their cost can be very cheap. It looks very compelling to jump in, but with your text message, sometimes there's an ad that shows, or they have their own marketing message that's included in the text. So these are things that you want to be careful of. If you find a Tier 1 carrier, you don't have to worry about any of those issues. That's definitely the way to go if you want to use it for business purposes. And most carriers out there, or platforms out there, they all have their own mobile statistics. So if you're familiar with Google Analytics, which has statistics on your website, very similar, but not that advanced yet. Because even though mobile marketing has been around for a couple of years, it's only now businesses are starting to realize, you know what, it makes sense for us to use it, especially as consumers. They're using it more and more, and these smartphones and data plans are becoming more, at our fingertips. So you still get your stats, and I'll show you guys some examples of what these statistics actually look like. And if you're an agency out there, or if you want a white brand, white label, the platform itself for your business or businesses, that option's also available with the platform that we have.